Hello everyone. In this video, I will be briefing you about different type of databases that we usually develop and the main purpose, what could be the reason for developing the database and what we are going to do as a part of creating the database and how the database that we created will be helpful. So there is no technical thing. We write theoretically like what is the actual problem that we are solving and what kind of database we are creating. Because of creating the database, what kind of benefits the organization can get that we will be discussing. So you are supposed to create a proper document, a theoretical document related to that. It's a part of your work. Actually, the requirement might be shared in a different format. So, and I guess like according to me, each title will be allocated to a different person. So just follow the video. So wherever you get information related to your allocated project, you just take that information. That is enough. Otherwise, the way I'm explaining, based on that, you can understand reason for the title. That is whatever the topic you are working on. What could be the problem and what you are going to do and how it will be benefit. You can understand. Okay. So let me start explaining. The first one is student enrollment system. Usually, what happens is like the problem is like the schools that enroll students. Most often, they use Excel sheets or like books to continue the enrollment process. So, because of such practices, what happens is when they want to access details about some XYZ person, so maybe like if they want to access details related to some person called A, they need to manually check each and every page of the document. They need to there it requires certain amount of time to identify the name and proper details. Again, so similar kind of names can be observed in this book. There will be a possibility of manual error, getting confused about the person who got enrolled. Maybe like if a person has same name, maybe X are two different people. Maybe their surnames are different. Maybe there's a possibility that surname is also same. Okay, in such situations, what happens is uh, maybe college management might get confused. Okay. Further, to avoid such confusions, what we do, we are going to create a student enrollment system using which they can list whoever want to join the school, they can clearly include the detail and the database that we create, which will be allocating a unique roll number to each person. Maybe, for example, there are two people by same surname and the same name. In such situation, we will be giving for the first person one roll number and the second person will be giving another roll number. So now you will be searching the person by based on the roll number. That resolves such problems. Okay. So because of student enrollment system, it is easy to access the details of the students and it ensures that each person detail is properly handled. So similar cases will be there for most of the projects that we mentioned here. Student school tuition fees payment system. So each person has to pay, like the person, if you want to make a payment to the school, he has to come to the school. He should stay in the queue, and then when his number came, he should pay the payment. And after making payment, it takes a lot of time to get updated into the books. So it will be a back end process. It's a time taking process, and there is a possibility of manual errors in that. Okay. So to avoid such situations, if we create a school tuition fee payment system, people can make payments online without coming to the school, and whenever we make payment, immediately the payment will be reflecting in on their account. So need not to do any back-end process. It avoids unnecessary wastage of time, wastage of resources, and the efficiency of performance of the employees working at the admin section of the school will be improved. So examination fee system, it's also similar. So usually students should wait in queues to make their payments. And it is always difficult to find out if the students have some backlogs or if any some other issues the person is having. It will be difficult for them to identify what subjects they have to pay. If they have information system kind of thing, it is easy for them to track what subjects he is having and he can make payment to the state immediately. Student grading system, so like manual process, mostly like the problem here is manual practices. So manually doing something, manually grading, manually calculating the percentages and manually evaluating the performance of the student, That is always a difficult act. So to avoid that, if you have an information system, by simply adding the details, mark details, it automatically calculates what is the percentage the student got, what kind of grade the student got, how the student performance improved over a period of time. All these things can be evaluated if you have a student grading system. Next one is student performance management system. Similarly, like the person, students attendance details, maybe student grades, students improvement, maybe like a term by term, exam by exam. Those things can be tracked using a student performance system. If a parent visits a school and asks for performance of the student, it is always difficult task for the teacher to properly, like efficiently, or like present the facts in front of the teacher. So if we have a performance management system, on the second, she can open the system, she or he, the teacher can open the system and simply cross check by using the student ID. They simply tell like what how much grades he got in the first term, second term, third term, and half yearly, quarterly exams, how he performed. Based on that, we can mention attendance. The student attendance can be mentioned by the teacher. Then, what kind of difficulties the student experience in which subjects he is having problem. All these details can be explained. Yes, by just accessing details of the student. That is like to do that physical like traditional methods using without an information system, such task is hardly difficult. Okay, so it is always important that a student performance system is there for the school. If your this is your topic, you just mentioned that manually evaluating student performance is always difficult. If we have an information system like student performance management system, it is always good for the teachers because they can simply by giving the number, they can simply access details and discuss about it. Next one is school attendance management system. So the punctuality of the students attending the school and the teachers attending the school, whether they are taking up the classes on time or not. So this helps us in tracking the students and teachers where they are, how many times they logged onto the system. All these details can be identified. It's a simple thing, attendance management system. So when we do manually, like it is always difficult. Like at the end of the month, we will be calculating how many days the person present and how many days the person absent. So if you make it online, it is easy to track. Whenever they scan their access cards, the attendance can be marked present, and whenever they scan a second time, it will be marked as absent, like logged out. So how many times they logged in, at what classes, which classes they logged on to. These details can be properly identified. So these all are the six different types of databases that we are going to create, and each database might be allocated to you. One person will be getting a different type of database allocated. So give proper reason for the database and how the database can improve the performance of the tool, performance of the employees working on the task that should be explained. Okay. So the next task is the next databases are related to retail store. So every retail store, like maybe take a small retail store, like the grocery shop at the corner of your street, you can consider that. So it contains different types of products. So maybe like it has to manage inventory. Maybe like every month end, most of the people visits that store and purchases the products. So at that time, they have to keep a lot of inventory. Otherwise, the person visited the store, they cannot be satisfied because if they don't find the product that they require, the store might lose its opportunity to sell. Okay, so here what we do is like whatever the stock we are maintaining, that details will be identified, and whatever the stocks that got consumed quickly, that should be replaced by the organization. So what they do, they can make an order to replace the product. So to do these to identify like what products are less and what products are more in the store, what is not available, what should be purchased immediately. That cannot be done manually. Like usually, what the retail store people do, whatever the product that is sold, they mention it on the books. So looking at the book and ordering it is always a difficult. There is a possibility of happening of manual error because of which we might order a product that is not required, or like we might order excess products like that. Okay, so to avoid that, we need an inventory management system which identifies how many products at the store and how many products should be purchased. Point of sale system, maybe like whatever the purchases we make. So for that purchases, you are supposed to make payment. So it's a relationship between client and the grocery store. So the customer and the grocery store. The customer visiting the store and he make a sales. So at that time, the sales details should be maintained by the system. Such details helps organization to understand which products are purchased more. Okay. So the point of sale system supports not only payment activity, it also helps grocery stores to understand which products purchased on which date. Seasonal evaluation can be done. In which season, what kind of products sold more. Again, who are your loyal customers? How many times the customer visited the store? Those details can also be identified. Right. So rather than having a manual payment system, if you have a point of sale system, it is always helpful for the organization to understand trends. Next one is adding products to an online grocery. See, for example, if you take a, medical store, medical shop, let us take an example of medical shop. So what they do is like they will be having different small racks in which the medicine will be arranged. Whenever the customer asks for certain medicine, alphabetical order, alphabetical order, the cells will be segregated. They go to the serial number based on the alphabetical order, and they try to find the product. So at that moment, they don't know like whether how many products actually existing in that particular aisle, a particular shelf. So even he go to that location, but he don't know how many products inside that. Okay, there is a possibility that the same the product starting with P will be there in a P cell named after P. Okay, so but he don't know how many number of products are. So to understand like how many products there in the stock, that is always important to have an online system. So what happens is whenever we add new products to the inventory in the stock, the number of products available should be updated. And when we remove one product and we sell it, that should be removed from the inventory. Okay, so here first thing is adding products to the grocery store. This application, what it does is it helps organization to maintain list of products, number of products available in the store. Okay, so that is all about adding products to the grocery store. Maybe we can say adding. Okay. Next one is payment management system for online grocery store. It is very similar to the point of sale system. Here, the online gateway should be maintained. We use different type of approaches to make purchases online. So, in online purchases case, online grocery store kind of case, what happens is there is no physical visit of the customer and the organization do not physically see each other. But the purchase happens and the payment will be complete. In such situations, mostly online grocery selling stores face difficulty in whether the customer is making payment or not. Okay. So to track payments, whether payment is completed or not, we should maintain a online payment gateway system, which helps organization to ensure that payment is done, and they can also understand the trends, what kind of products sold, and the security of payment can be maintained in addition to all. Okay, so those things helps to the organization. So that's all about payment system for online grocery store. Next, customer feedback system. So the customer that visited the online store, they will be having certain experience with the organization or the online portal. So the customer should be allowed to provide feedback. Actually, customer feedback helps organizations to improve. So we will be creating a customer feedback system where the customer will be mentioning about the order that he or she purchased, and he discusses about different types of elements such as quality of service, quality of product used, value the product created, all these elements. So customer feedback system is very important for any shop. Next, storing customer purchase interest. See, for example, if you take Amazon online retail shop, like when you search for certain products, when we search for certain products, maybe for some reason we uh, we want to keep we want to store the history of whatever the product we like. Maybe after searching for 10 minutes, you found one product that is very relevant to your interest. Okay, so you want to store that information. Why? If, for example, if you are not purchasing now and you didn't store the information about that product, what happens is again next time when you visit the store, it takes a lot of time for you to again search for that product. To avoid such things, what we do is like we will be creating an database that stores your purchase interest. Okay. So it helps when you come back to purchase that product simply by clicking on the uh, purchase interest option. You can see what are the products that you are interested to purchase. It can contain a list of product and you can purchase whatever you like to purchase. Okay. So what it does is it stores details of the products that you want to purchase in future. Okay. So that is all about it. These all are appointment systems. So regarding appointment system, the main problem will be like so unnecessary wastage of customers who are visiting the store. Okay. So to avoid that unwanted waiting at the shop. So what we should do is like we should be creating an appointment system that helps you to register certain like occupy certain space in a day for yourself. So that will be reserved for your day. Okay. So on during that time you can visit the store and you can get the service. All right. So if you don't have that kind of service, what happens is customers will visit the store. They will be having a lot of dissatisfaction because of their waiting at the store. Okay. So these all are appointment booking systems for different type of businesses. The purpose will be the same. Okay. So just write discuss about unnecessary waiting of customers, customer dissatisfaction related information. So maybe like the service quality related issues, those things should be discussed by you as a part of problem. The appointment system reserves certain time to the customer. So based on the reserved time, the customer can visit the shop and they can get the service. Because of that, the customer time will not be wasted and the customer will be satisfied because of. And the final one is crime registering application for the police station. So usually, like if we registered the thing on the books, it may result in manual errors. So the customer, the problem, the facer, the victim can register the crime using online approach. There will be no influence of police or other people when such kind of applications are there. Okay, it helps the victim or the person who is supporting the victim to properly quote the details and submit it to the police station. Okay, it will always help people to make complaint about whatever their difficulties they are experiencing. So that is all about crime registering application. Okay, so help yourself and finish all. All the best. Thank you.